We got a big holiday coming up this weekend. No, not that one. The other one. No, you can stay. Anyway, like I was saying, big holiday this weekend. I'm going to make sure you're set to celebrate with 4 picks giving you a sun-up to sundown experience you'll enjoy, but let's be real, you might not remember on Monday. This is Papa's Picks, 4 for 420. Wake and Bake, Son of the White Mare. Now, you're not celebrating if you're not starting early. And you're not starting early properly if you're not including cartoons. Now, we're living in a great time for tunes, and you have a lot of options. Anime is very tempting, but I'm not an anime expert. So my pick this year is 1981's Son of the White Mare. This thing clocks in at 86 minutes, and it's incredibly psychedelic. It's based on Hungarian fairy tales, so you get characters like Tree Shaker and Stone Crumbler and Iron Temperer, and they're all going on a trip to the underworld to battle an ancient evil and save the cosmos. I mean, this is really heady stuff. It's epic, it's meditative, it's beautiful, it's unique in every way. The director here, Marcel Yankovic, puts a lot of subtext into these movies that you can read about after the holiday. His methods here are worth deep diving, but even without all that, Son of the White Mare stands on its own. Very unique, colorful, weird, great way to start your day. I bought the Blu-ray on this one, but you can actually stream this one for free on Kanopy, which is a free streaming service that you can access with your library card. I will put a link in the description. A lot of cool stuff on Kanopy, a lot of indie films. So, Son of the White Mare, film number 1. All right, cut up a banana, throw it in a bowl. Now you're gonna get about half a box of Fruit Loops. Put it in the bowl. Get 1 cup of milk, put it in the bowl. Spoon, bigger the better, put it in the bowl. Take it to the couch, dig in. Bon appetit. Lunchtime. All right, so we've crossed noon, and at this point, if you're gonna have people over, I think it's an acceptable time to invite them. My next 2 picks are gonna be very guest friendly. So that's on purpose, and you're gonna spend your lunch with Frankie Frico. All right, so I was lucky enough to catch this one at Draft House last year. I was one of probably about 20 people that got to see this movie. But this is from writer-director Steven Kostanski. Writer-directors, by the way, always bode well for a holiday watch. But this guy did Psycho Gorman, he did The Void. His practical effects are very solid. He's got a very funny, very bizarre movie on his hands here. This is another short guy, about a short guy. This is about a little puppet guy that likes to party, and that's all I'm going to give you on this one. Check it out. It's kind of an Adult Swim sort of adventure. This one's available for free on Plex, but that sure didn't stop me from owning the Blu-ray.
I'm ready to party! Beer, boy!
Hot take, nachos are a meal. So I think for lunch, you should have nachos, but I think you should have the full spectrum of nacho. I want you to have dippable nachos, as in chips and queso. Also get some salsas, get some dips in there. But don't let that stop you from actually laying down some heavy chips, putting a layer of beans, putting a layer of cheese, throwing it in the oven, baking it. And then I want you to add some guac. I want you to put some jalapeno slices on top. So you have a thick chip, a heavy chip, and you got your toppings there. That's a nacho proper. So meal nachos and then snack nachos, that's your lunch. Chase it down with a fart cola. Can you believe it? It's dinner time. And you're going to spend dinner with Neil Breen. You're capping out the day. This is where everything is going to peak. So I think the best way that you can really peak is with a Neil Breen film. And film number 3 is Cade, The Tortured Crossing. Now, this came out in 2022. I don't know how you're going to acquire it, but you got a couple days left to figure it out. This is only available on his website, which I will also link in the description. I don't think the library has a copy of this. I wish they did. But it's got a legal warning here on the front saying, do not copy, download, or upload this film for any purposes. So you're either going to have to track down somebody who's breaking the law, or try to find some way to get Neil to overnight this to you. Or you could just like go to your local draft house, find somebody that looks like this and ask to borrow their copy, because let's be real, most dudes that look like this have a copy. I can't explain the plot of this movie. I'm gonna try to find a clip of this movie and just put the clip here. That's what we're talking about. This is your dinner. So do your best to seek this or any of Neil Breen's movies. He's another writer, director, producer. You'll see what he does in the credits. It's substantial. Anyway, film number 3, Dinner Time. Hate a Tortured Crossing. Bring the house down. Dinner time. All right, we're going pizza. You got to have a shareable option. You also want to have some leftovers for tomorrow. Maybe you're prepping your breakfast. I would challenge you to not seek out corporate pizza. I would say, do local pizza, eat the local pizza. So for me, it's a place called Julian's, or it's a place called Pizza Italia. But if you're watching this video, I bet you probably know good pizza around you. Get that one. Get a lot of it. All right, so the sun is down, your friends are gone, your jammies are on. How are we gonna land this plane? Well, we're gonna land it with a movie I literally just saw last weekend. This is Tripping with Niels Fromm. Brad Pitt produced this, and he played Floyd in True Romance, so I think my guy knew what he was doing here. Niels Fromm is a German composer, and I just found out we're the same age, so one of us did something really weird with their life, Niels. This is a concert film. And so imagine my surprise watching this and realizing I had no idea who Niels Fromm, the musician, was, let alone that there was a film about Niels Fromm that came out in 2020, produced by Brad Pitt. But here we are. How to describe the music? It's kind of like Nine Inch Nails, except lots of wooden instruments. So, I mean, there's a lot of synthesizers in this movie. It's kind of Blue Man groupy, but like not as theatrical. It's very stripped down, very simple, and it's a really easy come down. So this movie will send you off with a little bit of wonder, which is the perfect way to end the day. This one's actually streaming on MUBI right now. So if you don't have that streaming service, it's a really good one. I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description. 420 falls on Easter this year, and as we draw the curtains on this video, I'd like to share a quote from the bard Niels Fromm that ties these holidays together quite nicely. I'm interested in how human beings react in certain situations and what music does to people's emotions, and how we can change people's attitudes with tones. After I've played a good concert, people leave the room happy. This is something we can give back to the world. When people feel down and like it's all going to shit, at least we can give them some music and change their attitude, so people don't think it's all shit. That's my religion. So yeah, Easter Bunny, I got something sweet in there for you. And speaking of sweet, you're gonna wanna have dessert with this movie. Now, I would normally say ice cream. I am a huge ice cream fan, but we have been hammering the dairy today. Between the pizza and the cereal and the nachos. So here's my suggestion. This'll taste good, this'll feel good. Get a big bowl of freshly washed strawberries. You can throw some blueberries in there, you can throw some blackberries in there, just get a big bowl of berries. If you have prep time, I want you to chill that bowl. Now, the second most important thing here is that you're gonna need a sidecar of fresh whipped cream. And I'm not talking about the spray stuff, I'm talking about dollops, okay? So you wanna get that in a bowl, chilled, big bowl of berries, chilled, put them next to you on the couch, dig into those bad boys, do a little dip in action, feel good that night, feel good tomorrow. Man, what a great day you're gonna have. All right, let me know what I missed. Give me your 4 for 420 in the comments. What's your favorite movie to watch when you're partaking? Y'all stay safe this weekend, hydrate, celebrate safely, enjoy yourselves, and enjoy these films. Till next time.